Hey everybody, it's Molly on the Empty Hammock channel. This week we're tackling the ceiling here in the foyer. The ceiling was not re-sheetrocked. We had a plan to put in reproduction ceiling tiles. So I've got those ready to go. We're going to put crown up to cover the gaps. And then we've got to be creative in figuring out how to patch together all of the bits of trim that were destroyed when previous owners retrofitted a bathroom into this house that did not originally have a bathroom.
Alright, we've got classical ovalo or just a round nose. So if there's going to be 3 stripes.
Okay, gotcha. But you're only going in about that far.
It's not going to be far, no. I mean, if I did the classical, you'd only be basically up to the end of that taper.
So it would be kind of cool if it was big groove on them.
Okay.
And then this OG thing down the middle.
The classical in the middle. And the round nose on the sides.
Yeah.
So late last night I got the trim done, and then this morning Molly has gotten the ceiling put on. I think it looks pretty awesome. Right now she's just sealing all the cracks in between the individual pieces, and then we're going to put another coat of paint over the whole thing. And I think it is turning out quite nice. Hopefully it'll be a nice, good entryway. And right next to her I am putting in the crown mold in this little area. So the tray is done. Molly has it all caulked out, so it's ready for the coat of paint. But before we do that, I'd like to put the crown molding up in here. Unfortunately, what I discovered is I got crown molding that ended up being slightly too big for the trim that I made. It hangs down below it, and I don't want that. So I'm going to use 2 different sizes of crown molding. And when you put 2 different sizes of crown molding and they touch together, it's really difficult to get them to meet up without looking really stupid. So I'm just going to fabricate a couple of corner little corbel things in the corners so that they can meet up with that without looking really goofy. Picked a really nice day to take all the paint off the old trim. Now, before everybody goes into full panic mode, no, this is not lead-based paint. Yes, I had it tested, and I'm still wearing a respirator to protect my breathing. I understand it's dangerous. If you ever do this, make sure you also wear a respirator. You heat it up with fire, you scrape it off, it all comes right off really easy. So the base of all the original trim had these really cool base pieces. I'm sure there's a technical word for it, but I'm not sure what it is. But I somehow managed to only save 3 of them, and I need 14. So I'm going to remake them. I do have a bunch of this style, but it's too narrow for the piece, and that would just look goofy. So I want to do it back like it was originally. So I went to Lowe's and bought this here 2x12 and some trim. And the idea is I'm going to put a giant dado along the length of the board, sink this trim down into it, do some router work, and fabricate something that's pretty similar to what was in the house. Turns out I've only got a really fire strip, about half of them. Several of them, the paint has been adhered well enough that I can just sand it, and it's great. At the moment, I think it's kind of funny looking. There was under layers of red paint, so I've got the original wood and then red and then white, and then when I sand them down or fire strip them, it's got the different layers. It's kind of goofy looking right now, but once they get caulked and sanded, caulked, I am tired, I can't think straight. Caulked and painted, then they'll be good to go. I've had to piece together a couple of the rosettes at the top because they were broken and just too far gone. So I take a couple of them, cut them up, put them back together. I think you can't hardly even tell that that's actually 2 different rosettes put together into one. This is going pretty well. So I figured out a pretty good system for putting on each side of the doorway. Same thing applies with the windows. A certain number of steps that I have to go through. I'll show you that real quick if you'd like to see. Oh, too quick? Oh, sorry. Here, try this. Next video, we're going to have everything all caulked up and primed and painted. It's all going to blend in really well. If this is your first time here, check out all the rest of the videos that we've got on this house, 30 something so far. It's been a pretty interesting process. So thanks for watching, and you guys will see me in the next video because I can't see you.